Okay, so here it is, three handguns. All these are spring-loaded. We have metal slides for those two, plastic for this guy. This is the PD92, P30, and the Millennium. Let's check the size. PD92 versus the P30. You notice how long the PD92 slide is. It makes the PD92 a heavier gun, the heavier of three. And the Millennium versus the P30. Notice the difference. Notice the height. Notice the length of the slide. If I put my hand near the trigger like this, and like that, you notice how much smaller this gun is. And it's all plastic. It feels actually very much like a piece of plastic, like a toy in hand. PD92 is the heavier guy and also has more flat surfaces here. It's a little bit less comfortable in hand. This one much more follows the hand curves and much more comfortable. It also kind of more balance in hand. These guys, let's see, the pinky is in the air, but when you grab it, it feels like a cheap toy, to be honest. Very disappointing. But once you get in the hand and start firing, you just forget about it. Forget about the size as well. Trigger action, a very important part. PD92, mushy and very long, or at least long to my taste. It takes away accuracy because when you move it like this, you pull it, it moves a little bit. And also the gun is really heavy and heavy on the top, is not very stable in hand, is not well balanced. Add this, the trigger action, and you will probably lack accuracy. P30, amazing trigger, very short travel, quite solid here, not moving, good feeling, and very balancing hand, quite good weight distribution. I would like more weight to the handle, but it feels and stays better in hand. You get better accuracy with this. And about this guy, trigger is not bad. It's not, I think, as worst as the PD92. It has a long action, but it's small and quite easy to pull, and it doesn't take much away from the accuracy of it. As of magazines, let's see, the PD92 is the best magazine, and it's metal inside. You need to keep the slide, this slide down, which keeps the spring down, and to release it before reloading it. Just be careful if you release it with only a few BBs inside, they will just jump out. If you release it suddenly with more BBs, they will stay in place. It's the best. And you can also, let's give it a try. It's hard to pull this guy down. It's hard to catch there. It's a downside, but you just can refill them from a bottle right away. No issue whatsoever. So now, careful, don't release it. Don't let it go. Just keep your hands on it so they don't pop out. P30 magazine, the worst of them. It's in plastic. It doesn't weigh anything, and it's hard to reload. Just like the Millennium guy, you need to probably push them down like that, or push them with a finger. Millennium is a little bit hard to release, but not too bad. Same goes as the P30. Keep them in hand. Pop the BBs in there. It holds 20 BBs. It's really, I so wish the other two will hold 20 BBs as well. It's amazing. 20 BBs, just forget about it. Just keep shooting. It's amazing. Anyway, it's amazing. And it's so small. The other two are much bigger magazines, and they hold 12 and 15. I don't get it. Engineers must think about it again. Let's hear the noise. Not bad, not impressive either. Shooting makes a plastic noise, very, very kind of embarrassing, but P30, listen carefully when cocking. Yes, it makes a metal noise, which is nice, really nice, kind of close to realistic, not very, but close. Again, yeah, much pleasant to cock when firing. Taurus is the hardest to cock of all three. I just want to mention this is kind of easy to cock. Is not very easy. Now it's not loaded. It's not very easy, but you know, for someone younger, it's easier to grab. I usually grab it here because it's less powerful. Now the PD92 is not only, because it's more powerful, it's not only harder to grab and to cock, but also this, you know, this extremity of the slide, at some point after 10, 20, 30 BBs, you get tired. You get kind of tired. As for the noise when cocking, I think it's average. Not exactly impressive, but average. So, yeah, those are three options: bigger, medium one, very small one. I think this is more suited for younger users. Now it depends how young your parents, or if you are the parent listening, you are going to let your kids work with this. It does have quite a good accuracy at 20 feet. Is not very far from this guy at 20 feet. It really, I think it really looks like it's made for a kid's hand. My hand is really, it feels like a toy in my hand. But for someone younger, maybe 12, 13 years old, I think it's kind of a good fit in hand, and it's kind of easy to keep and easy to work with. Just forgot to say that the handle has this design here, which is kind of annoying on the skin, but you just get sanded off. So this is very surprising for the price, but even in the group, it's kind of surprising. It definitely, the downside, it feels like a cheap toy, but once you start shooting with it, you will be surprised. This guy, I think, for my taste, or at least for indoor use, is too big, too heavy, and kind of not exactly pleasant to use because of the trigger. While this one, P30, I think is the most balanced of the group. It's very pleasant to grab the handle, get your hands over the handle. It's really pleasant, and the trigger action is also very pleasant, which adds to the pleasure, right? So yep, three sizes, three fillings.